Today we are going to install the new DRT Motorsports Segway Villain Front Winch Bumper. This bumper fits the 2022 Plus Segway Villain SX10W, all models. Install time is about 45 to 60 minutes. Can be installed by yourself with a difficulty level of beginner. You will need this list of tools to complete the installation. So, gather the tools, and let's install. Let's start by removing the factory winch tow hook and setting it aside. Next, remove the factory fair lead by removing two 15mm bolts and 15mm backing nuts. Then, remove the skid plate by using a 5mm Allen wrench or bit to remove 4 bolts, 1 on each side, and 2 underneath, as shown here. Now, remove the 4 14mm winch bolts, and set them aside. Note that the winch is now free and loose behind the bumper. Next, remove the 15mm bolt, shown here, on each side of the bumper, and the 15mm bolt and backing nut, located center underneath. Now, remove these 2 Allen bolts behind the bumper, using a 5mm Allen wrench or bit. Then, remove the 3 5mm Allen bolts, holding the factory grill in place, pull up and out with the grill, and set it aside. Next, remove the last 2 remaining 15mm bolts holding the bumper in place. Lift the bumper outward by the bottom end, then lift slightly on the plastic to release the top part of the bumper. When you remove the bumper, be ready to grab the factory winch and ease it down slowly. Now that the winch is hanging by the wire leads, pick up the winch and remove the leads from the winch with a 10mm wrench and set the winch aside. Next, grab the 2 bumper extension bracket mounts and install them on the frame, as you see here. Both brackets are the same, they just need to be installed facing inward. Then, install the supplied 16mm bolt through the bracket and frame, and thread on the 17mm backing nuts. Do not tighten them down at this time, as adjustment is needed. Now, pick up the winch, align it on the winch plate, and install the supplied 4 5mm Allen bolts, as shown here, and tighten down. Then, move the winch wiring out of the way for the moment, and hold the winch up into place. Next, line up the extension bracket mounting holes with the winch plate, and thread in the supplied two 16mm bolts, one on each side of the winch plate. Then, thread in the center bottom 16mm bolt, as you see here. Now, tighten down the bottom center bolt only. Then, tighten down the extension brackets, and finally you can tighten the last two winch plate side bolts. Next, reconnect your winch wire leads. Now, pick up your new front bumper, and remove the blockout plate. Do this with a 6mm Allen wrench or bit on the front, and an 18mm wrench on the backing nut. Next, we are going to install our DRT billet aluminum fairlead on the bumper, as shown here. We will be using the hardware and Allen wrench that is provided in the box. Tighten down the backing nuts with a 17mm deep socket. Now, since our bumper lines up differently with the winch, we move the cable so it lines up now with the bumper and fairlead. Next, hold the bumper up and in place, aligning it with the winch plate, and thread in the supplied two 5mm front bolts. Now, grab the upper bumper bracket plate, and slide it in behind the grille plastic, and under the top of the bumper, as shown here. Then, line up the top of the bumper with the plate, thread in the supplied top two 5mm Allen bolts, and tighten down all four bolts. Next, reinstall the two factory 5mm Allen bolts into the bodywork as shown, then thread on the 10mm backing nuts, and tighten down. Now, lastly reinstall the factory grille with the three 5mm Allen bolts, and tighten down. Don't forget the top middle bolt, as we did. Reinstall the factory tow hook, and you are ready to roll. This showcases our DRT front mesh grille, with our front winch bumper, which makes a great combination, and stylish look. Congrats, that completes your DRT Villain front winch bumper. This front winch bumper adds aggressive styling, protection, and retains the full use of the OEM-installed 4,500 pounds winch. The bumper is constructed from laser-cut steel, that is formed and welded to provide the ultimate protection to your SXS. Like all DRT products, this bumper is easy to customize with removable laser-cut mesh inserts, and logo plates. This front winch bumper is a great addition for any owner, needing better protection, aggressive styling, and needs to retain full winch functionality on their side-by-side. Until we meet on your next DRT install, be safe out there. If you have any questions during your installation, don't hesitate to contact us via phone or email. We are here to help.